what's up guys? I'm going to make a video on how to install retrofits for the Jeep Patriot. MK platform. It's actually really easy to install these, and it's only a couple steps. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. It's a little bit involved on how to do some of the steps if you've never done wiring before, if you've never really even messed with your car, but it's nothing to be scared of. I'm going to walk you through the entire thing, and I'm going to show you how to install LEDs or HIDs the right way. Let's get to it. Okay, so starting our video off, we have an unboxing of what all you get. Now, I went ahead and went with the ACME H1s. They're a little bit on the cheaper side for getting a retrofit kit, but it's definitely better than just slamming HIDs or LEDs inside a reflector housing and then calling it a day. I'm going to show you the right way on how to do this. So, in the box, we get our shrouds here. I went ahead and got the Turbine ones, so that's the ones I liked, so I got them. We get 2 ACME SpeedyStart Ballast. So you get those there. You get your wiring harness. You get your, what are these? Oh, these are the actual projectors. So we're going to show you guys the projectors here. So we're going to take these out. As you can see, just for the baseline cheap ones, I mean, they're not the cheapest ones on the retrofit source, but pretty cheap. These are really nice quality. I like them so far, so we're gonna keep going, but this should be a good install. I'm really liking what we're getting here. The packaging is really nice, and everything should be pretty self-explanatory. Here's what most people actually won't have in their kit unless you buy it. These are the, you can call them angel eyes, you can call them halos, whatever you like to call them. But these are the little halos that go behind the shrouds. I bought that a little extra. I had a little bit of extra spending money since I did go with the ACME H1s. Okay. We get our bulbs here. Nothing really special about them. They're just regular 6,000. Yeah, 6,000 bulbs. We got the resealing glue. You don't have to get this from here. You can just go get some butyl or something like that from a hardware store. I went ahead and got it just because I want to kind of follow along with the whole thing and get everything from one site, and this was plain and simple. It was 15 bucks. It really didn't break the bank. And then we went and got these are motor holders. You don't need them. I went ahead and got them just because it made it a lot easier. That's everything that came in the box. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna show you guys how to start tearing apart the Jeep to put in your projectors. This should be fun. First step in actually getting the headlights out, I find it easy just to remove the front grill here. I don't actually know if you can do it without doing it. It kind of looks, if you remove the shroud, you might be able to do it, but there's no point at that end. You might as well go ahead and remove the bumper grill. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll get right back to you guys. Okay, next up, we're gonna go ahead and remove the battery. I'm sorry. We're gonna take the ground off the battery, and just to make sure everything's safe. By the way, for removing the bumper, it's going to be in a different video, specifically how to do it, but it's pretty much, it's 2 10mm on both ends, and then a T20 Torx across the entire grill, and that will, you can then snap it off, and then it just comes right off. It's really not that big. Okay, to actually take out the reflector housing here, there's going to be 3 bolts, one on this side, one right here, and one on the very bottom. They're all 10 millimeter. You take them out, and then you just kind of take the headlight out, and it just should just kind of fall out. Okay, and now you can kind of just pull it out. You come around the back right here. Okay. There's going to be this little red switch. You can't press down the little tab at the top before you press that down. What you're going to do here, press up on the red switch. Then you can press down on the tab. And the whole connector should just pop off. Okay, so a very long time skip ahead. I wanted to go ahead and complete one for you guys so I could show you really in detail how to do the second one, because I've run into a bunch of complications. And I finally got it down packed, but I went ahead, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. I went ahead and started mounting stuff. This is the easy part. Really, it's up to you where you want to mount it. I chose to put one of my ballasts here, and I'll explain where everything wires to and everything. I'm just showing you guys where exactly I mounted everything. Luckily with this kit, everything's pretty much 10 millimeter, so this is really the only socket you need. But I'm grounded my 2 resistors here, so it's grounded on top of here. I just undid this and then put these here, and then I did also put the other ground for this harness on this side there, and then there's another ground here, and it's right up into here, but I'm probably going to change the location of that. You'll see that in the next clip when I actually start working on it for you guys. And then I mounted the relay right up here, and this was just a bolt that I had laying around. Retrofit doesn't really supply you with any hardware, so you're kind of going to have to find a bunch of screws and stuff yourself. So I used a bolt from an old amplifier. There, I use screws on these here. I'm not going to be able to get good lighting at this moment, but I use screws right here, and for the second one right here, and they're actually pretty sturdy, and I didn't even need to use screws on this side. And then this bottom one has a piece of double-sided tape on it, just because the screw was getting loose, so I did that, and they're rock solid on there. And then I mounted the ballast again. It came with its own mounting hardware, so I mounted it right here, and it's pretty firm. So I went ahead and tested it. I did everything, and everything works perfectly so far. So I'm going to now show you how to retrofit your Jeep Patriot. I'm just going to do it on this side. I don't need to do it on both sides because it's the exact same thing. I also want to show you that we are doing the halos that come with these. We kind of got to do it the bootlegged way with mounting these shrouds, because Retrofit didn't send me the centric ring that goes for this 2.5 ACME H1 onto this 3-inch diameter piece. I'm going to put a little dabs of epoxy putty in here, and then we're just going to kind of stick it on there. Something to where if I do need to take it off, I can snap it off, but it's not going to fall off. So that's how I'm going to do it. But I'm going to show you guys how to mount and do the halos. It's pretty simple, but yeah, it took me a while to figure it out myself. So I'm going to pretty much just skip to the part where we mount the projectors. Now, I already fully finished one. I had to kind of bootleg it in there because they didn't send me the little ring, but that's okay. But it's in there and it's on there and it looks great, so I'm not really worried about that. So basically, when you want to get the projector into here, the easiest way is to just grind down this inside part. On this one, I cut this off too. Like I took a Dremel and I went all the way through both layers and I cut around, but that's really the harder way. I did it the right way on the second one here, and I left this one intact, but I trimmed down the inside ring. So just focus on the inside ring and you'll be good to go. Pretty much have to get that ring just way down there and you should be good to go. So then you use the supplied stuff. If you're wondering which little washer you use, you don't use this one. Okay, this one's not for us. You use the one specific for the H13, which is this smaller ring. And then you use the big rubber washer, not the small one, not this thin one. Use the big one. That goes on the other side of this. And you can't see because I have my shroud. I have that little rubber washer. And you put that through, and then you get the bulb on here, and then tighten it down by hand. And then I'll show you guys kind of how to aim it. That's what I'm about to do with the second one here. You got to make sure the rotational aim of it is good. And then also another thing, to get the wires through here, I actually just used the stock hole, and then I drilled it out with a 1/4 inch drill bit, and then you can fit these wires through here. If you're just doing the retrofit, you actually don't have to drill it out at all. They fit straight through. But if you're trying to put halos through here, you're gonna need to drill it out like this one to get this little end here to go through. And it has to be a 1/4 of an inch. That's the smallest it can be. And then, yeah, I'll show you guys all the wiring here in a sec. Okay, so once you hook everything up, this is the best way to test fit it. Just put 2 of the prongs in here on the light piece here, and then plug everything in. I'm not really going to go over how to plug everything in because it's a different harness every single time. I know for the Patriots, yeah, I'm going to go over for the H13, but I don't want to like say if somebody's, you know, working on a different car, it's not going to be the same harness, not going to be the same bulb. So for the Patriots at least, you know, you plug in your high beam one, and then there are actually 2 connectors that you aren't going to use. So for the 2 connectors you're not going to use, it's going to be this little connector here. Make sure you guys can see that. And then these 2 wires here, the black and the white. You don't actually use these. The only things that you use are the solenoid for the high beams. That comes off right here. Okay, and you plug that in. They give you this little black piece in the box, so you can use that. Okay, and then you use these 2 wires here that go to your ballast, and that is it. And then these you can just wrap them up. You can do whatever, and then that's it. The actual wiring harness is another thing that's self-explanatory. I'm not really going to go over it because it's all labeled out and everything. Okay, so I want to show this as an extra piece to the video. I wasn't going to show this just because not everyone's going to have them. But right here is the box for my LED halos. And the easiest way to install these is to go onto this fuse right here. It's a 20 amp fuse. I think it is actually fuse number 13. And what I did, I took some 12 gauge wire, or 16 gauge really works, and I put it all the way from the other side so we can get power over there. For this one here, we just take the white wire. So you're going to take the white wire there, and it's going to go into fuse number 13, and then you're going to take the orange one. Okay, so you're going to take that red and white wire, and you're gonna tap into that. Now I use a wire tap, but you can use you can just kind of wrap it around there, use electrical tape, you can solder it, you can do whatever you need to do. Just get it around that red and white wire, and that's gonna control the blinking. Now if you plug it up to the other wire, it'll stay orange the entire time. You don't want that, so you just want it blinking. So put it on that red and white wire, and you should be good to go. And I grounded mine right here where I mounted my ballast. I grounded it right under here. And then on the other side, I did the same thing. I grounded it right here. Orange wires going to that red and white wire. And the white one's going to this piece of 12 gauge. And that piece of 12 gauge, remember, was connected all the way over there to the fuse. So it runs kind of behind here. That's the radiator cap, and that runs over there. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify something. I want to give you guys another thing, an option that you can do. I'm not saying to do the retrofit. Don't do it yourself. It's more involved than it looks on camera. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't show because it's stuff that's self-explanatory, but it takes a long time to do. Okay, so while sitting here editing, I totally forgot to mention in the video about the other option that I have for you guys if you don't have the tools or the workspace to be able to do the retrofit kit. So what you guys can do is actually in the description of my YouTube video is going to be my email and then a link to my Facebook page. What you guys can do is actually send me an email, send me a message stating that, hey, you'd like for me to install your retrofit kit. Now, I'm totally down to do it at any day. You can email me and we'll work out the details together. I don't want to particularly give out information over video, but I will specifically to an individual. And you can send me the bulb and the reflector housing, and what I can do is I can put it all together for you guys, have the wiring set up for you guys, drill it, you know, do all the stuff that's really hard for the retrofit kit. I mean, it's really not that difficult, but you might not have the availability to be able to do it yourself. So I want to give you guys that option. We'll work out a price together. If you want me to paint it, if you want me to do halos, I can install those too onto there. Just make sure you already have everything for the retrofit kit, and then you can send it all to me and we can get it, you know, squared together. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm working at getting some different type of videos up. For right now, it's going to be a lot of Jeep Patriot stuff, and I'm going to have an intro video after this video to my channel because I know a lot of people are already asking for this video, so I want to go ahead and get this one as soon, you know, it's uploaded as soon as possible. Yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. I will catch you in the next one. Big things coming soon. Peace.